Hey there, how are you? So I'm catching up on my yesterday's episode from Kuala Lumpur. So I'm sitting in a Starbucks here, and yeah, I thought that I can do this video now. I don't know how is the reception, but anyway, I'm doing it. So, if you looked at my post yesterday, I mentioned about Earl Nightingale's 30-day success challenge. I want to give some more context to it. This audio was recorded about more than 60 years ago. It's by a very well known author and what do you say, philosopher named Earl Nightingale. So he has a lot of works towards success and stuff like that. So this audio he recorded, it's about 30 minutes long, and he talks about almost all the principles of success, and he gives a challenge that you need to do for 30 days. Okay, so I'm just gonna give you a brief of what is in the video. What is in the audio. It talks about one thing that success is actually a progressive realization of an ideal target. So that is something of a new concept. Success doesn't mean money to everybody. It can mean a lot of things. So Earl Nightingale actually gives a little bit of context on what success means and what to different people, and why it is not always linked to the financial gains, right? So it talks about 5 steps to success. Number one is you would become what you think about, right? So there's this whole study of called psycho-cybernetics. It's a book written by somebody, I don't remember the author name, but it's a book that talks about the power of your brain. So the power of brain is that you become what you think about, right? So if you think of you being a success, you being achieving the goal, you having realized what your dream is, it actually gives you more empowerment to achieve those goals. Okay, that's number one. And number two is use your imagination to envision whom you want to be every single day. So Earl talks about visioning your ideal target, envisioning your ideal goal. So how can you actually use your imagination and see through the ideal goal, live that in your vision, that allows you to actually make it possible. It actually builds a lot of brain connections which can allow you to reach that ideal target. All right, they took away my drink anyway. That's okay. So which can allow you to build more brain connections and build the confidence for you to achieve whatever you want. And number three is concentrating on your goal. So assuming that you already have a goal, you need to focus on that goal. You need to put some effort into actually thinking about that goal and focus, really laser focus on that goal. That's number three. Number four is save 10% of income. No matter what you talk about, if money is not something that you really want or whatever, right? Money can do a lot of things. It can buy time. It can buy. It can do a lot of things, right? I mean, money is necessary. It is necessary to live in this world. So although success is not always based on financial gains, it could be based on impact level. It could be based on different things. Okay, so but money is always important. So Earl also talks about saving 10% of your income. right? That's important. Hey, what's up, Brian? Thanks for joining. And Brett, man, you are the one who taught me this. Thanks for joining, brother. Right. So I spoke about four things that Earl talks about, right? Number one is you would become what you think about. You need to envision what you want to be, and second is using your imagination to envision that. So bring that vision to your mind, and then really live that vision every single day. Number three is laser focusing on your goal. Okay, my connection is so weak. If it is bad, then catch up on the replay. Okay, so number four is saving 10% of your income. Number five is taking action. If you don't take action and you have everything else, it's just going to be a dream, right? So taking action is very, very important. So that's number five. All right. So this is actually spoken about in detail in the video. I'll put the link in the comments below after I finish this. All right. The audio also talks about, Earl also talks about being more abundant. I've spoken about abundance in the last week. So how can you be more positive and be more abundant so that the goals you would be able to achieve those goals, right? So again, it comes to setting your goals. Set a definite goal, whatever it is. Just set a specific and measurable goal. They call it as SMART: specific, measurable, actionable, result oriented, and T. I forgot T. Anyway, you can Google it for the T. What does T mean? All right. So set a goal that is specific. Very really specific. If you want to make $1 million, write down the number, right? Whatever it is, a specific number. It's really, really important. If you want to reach 100 people, then write down that goal. My goal is to reach 1 million people with my books or with my programs by 2025. So I'm very specific about it, right? So I'm taking small steps towards it, but that's my goal. Okay, right. So then number two is quit running yourself down. Be very confident about that you can achieve it. You can do that by following the 5 steps I talked about earlier, right? Be very, very confident that you can achieve that. And then the number 3 is start to think of ways how you can be successful and stop thinking about ways you cannot be successful, right? So don't focus on the negative things. If you focus on the negative things, then you get more negative things. Your brain will run yourself down. Your logic will say that everything is going to happen bad to you, right? So when you focus on the positive things that happen to you, that attracts more positivity towards you, right? Like attracts like. So think of ways that you can be successful. Think about those different ways that you can be successful. That's very important. All right. Then number 4, trace your attitude to success to your childhood. Find where you got the idea that you cannot be successful. Okay, so this is a very, very important thing. We are a product of our childhood. If somebody told you that you are poor and you're not going to be successful in life, then that keeps in your mind, that is embedded in your mind, and then no matter whatever you do, you cannot overcome that. So you need to go back to your childhood memories, see what happened. I mean, you won something and then your parents didn't appreciate that. Then you thought that it's not worth winning anything, or you did something and your teacher didn't like that, and then she ran you down or he ran you down. Your friends bullied you that because you were successful. These are all negative things about being successful that is embedded in your mind. And that is a blocker which will prevent you from achieving your goals. Okay, so trace your attitude to success to your childhood. Think of these successful memories in your childhood and what negativity that happened when you were as a child. That will give you an idea what is blocking you. And then go back to step number 3 that I talked about. Stop thinking about the ways that you cannot be successful. Okay? Start thinking of ways that you can be successful. That's pretty much it. And number 5, change the image you have of yourself by writing a description of who you would like to be. Right. So if you are not, definitely you will not be at your goal now, but think of a description. Define yourself. Okay. So if I'll take my example, right? My example of reaching a 1 million people by 2025. So what I can do is that I can write a description. Since I've reached 1 million people, I have helped 100,000 people start their own businesses, and they are successful. Right? I cannot make 1 million entrepreneurs, but I can at least convert 10% of them into entrepreneurs. So I can say that I have more impact. I have created more impact. I have made a certain number of dollars, right? So, and I am living financially free. I am, I can travel wherever I want to do, right? So these are things that I will be in 2025, and I am describing it in very detailed manner. That vision is created in my brain. So your brain, there is a part of your brain which seeks pleasure. So when you put all these pleasure things in your mind, you get this chemical called dopamine, right? So dopamine is produced in your brain, and that dopamine gives you the energy. It gives you a lot of energy. It's like the adrenaline rush, right? So things that you become suddenly stronger when your child falls from a tall place, or something. Your child is going to fall from the cycle. You'll run there quickly. These are some chemicals that are in our body, which gives you a sudden boost in your bodily abilities, right? So like that, there is dopamine. If you can Google and find out more about dopamine. So when your brain is enjoying some pleasure, it is enjoying some sort of some sort of positive things, it will produce this dopamine chemical that allows you to actually be more productive and be more happy at the end, right? So number 5 is write the description. Write the description of who you are after you have achieved the goal. Then number 6, act like the successful person. Don't act like who you are right now. Okay, so for example, this year you are making 20,000 rupees per month or 30,000 rupees per month, and you want to get out of that position, and you want to be really you want to enjoy a fruitful life. For example, you want to be a person who makes 1 lakh rupees a month, or say, for example, in dollars, I can say, like, you're making $1,000 a month now. You want to make $10,000 a month, right? So right now, don't live the life of a $1,000 person. I'm not saying that spend more, get into credit card debt or whatever. What I'm talking about is living the person who is the $10,000 person, right? So the difference between the $1,000 and $10,000 person is that the $10,000 person will be more happy. The $10,000 per month person will be more confident. He will not be worrying. He'll be very positive. So Right now your situation is that you're being a little bit negative because you are not confident that you are providing better for yourselves and your family and stuff. If you're being in that state of $1,000 person, you will not achieve that $10,000 person's goal, right? So the thing is, you need to live your dream, live the person who you want to be, right? So a cool example is that I only have 6 viewers right now watching me. Okay, so if I was thinking that there is only 6 people viewing me and I don't deliver what I want to do, then it's a waste, right? So I'm imagining that there are 1 million people watching me right now, and then I want to deliver the best message possible, and I'm doing it. I'm doing it anyway. I don't mind the number of people who are watching me. I just want to put down the right content and the right value, right? So I'm doing that. It's because I'm living the person who is successful. Although I'm not yet at the level where I want to be, I'm still living that person, right? So yeah, so altogether, let me just summarize what I discussed in this video. So number one, I spoke about Earl Nightingale's quote. It says that success is a progressive realization of an ideal target, right? So I'm not wording it properly, but it's there in the audio. So after I finish this, I'll comment the link to the post I posted yesterday, and you can go and watch that YouTube video. It's just audio, but it's on YouTube. You can either convert it into an MP3 and put it on your phone or anything. Do whatever you want, right? So then the second thing I spoke about in this video is 5 steps to success as outlined by Earl Nightingale, right? So number 3 I spoke about is how to be more abundant, right? So I spoke about 6 different things that you can do to feel more abundant. If you haven't watched it, then go back and watch it, right? So hey Brett, thank you for sharing, my brother. Right, so 5 steps to success. The brief is that you would become what you think about. Use your imagination to envision who you are. Concentrate on your goal every single day. Save 10% of your income. Be an action taker. Those are the 5 success steps, right? I have discussed more in detail. You can go back and watch the video again after I post it. Then I spoke about how to be more abundant, right? So how to be more abundant, 6 steps to that. As Earl Nightingale says, it's not my perception or whatever. He's a fantastic person, right? So I've summarized the 6 steps here. Hey, thanks Robin, thanks for joining. Yes, I am an action taker. I preach what I follow. All right, so and then how to be more abundant, I spoke of 6 different steps, right? 6 different steps is set a definite goal. You can either follow a SMART goal system, your setting system, which is specific, measurable, actionable, result oriented, and T, I forgot again, I don't remember it. Find it on Google. If you know what is T in the SMART, then comment it below. That will help everybody, right? Then number 2 is quit running yourself down. Don't think of the negative things that you have. Think of the positive things that you have, right? And then start to think of how you can be successful and stop thinking of ways that you cannot be successful, right? So don't think of the bad things that you have right now. Be and live the person that you who is successful. Number 4 is trace your attitude towards success to your childhood, right? So trace the attitude to success. Trace your attitude. So I discussed this in more detail in the video. Go back and watch that. I cannot be repeating it again and again. Then number 5 is change the image you have of yourself by writing a description of who you would like to be. All right, so write in detail a description of who you are after you achieve that goal. As again, I have discussed it in detail. Go back and watch it. Number 6 is act like the successful person you want to become. Don't act like a poor person. Don't act like a unhappy person. Don't act like a negative person. Be a positive person. Be an action taker. All right, that's it for today. I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, share it. I think this is the best video I have ever made. All right, so just please share it so that I can reach more people. My goal is to reach 1 million people by 2025. It's Ahmed signing off from KL. Next video I'll meet you from India. I'm having my third baby on Tuesday. All right, so that's why I'm traveling to India. My wife and the family is in India, so I'm going to I'll be joining them tonight. All right, so you guys have a good day, and I will see you on Monday from India. Bye bye. Take care.